What is going on? Welcome to Ruu S Room. We'll be getting to the nitty gritty of who the artists and creatives in the Australian scene are. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid, and today we have Awa Mbaye. They are a Senegalese and Egyptian artist and creative from Eora. Earlier this year, they released their song Black Girl Magic and are currently getting ready to perform at Wayward's in Newtown on the 2nd of November with support from Devora. I was also brought along their friend and collaborator, Jay. Now, how are you guys both doing? Like, for real, for real? How are you guys doing?
Oh, it's doing good. Doing good.
Good. Busy.
Yeah.
Keeping busy. Fucking trying to do it all.
Yeah, nice. How's the prep for the said event going?
The prep.
It's going.
It's going.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Yeah. Probably needs a bit more prep, but we only got.
We're saying that like we've done any.
Yeah, I know. We got like a week to crack down. But we got it.
Just looking at each other like, so we're gonna rehearse or we just gonna get up there and jam?
Should probably rehearse for that. That might be a good idea.
I think so.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. That's good. I actually haven't formally met either of you technically, but I did catch you at least the starts of your set at Vic on the park a couple months ago. Or Devora also opened for you there. I guess quick question: how did you and Devora find each other and connect? Because this is the second one she's opening for you.
So Yao co-directed my last music video, and then when I was thinking of who we wanted to open, we were like, we need someone who isn't just a bit more like someone who's more of a vibe that matches with the set, something that's a bit more curated, because I feel like the sets have been a bit like kind of all over the place. I asked Yao if he knew anyone, and he just said, yes, I'm in a session with her right now. Like, this is Devora, I'll contact her. And I was like, yeah. When we played the Vic and she was playing, and that was the first time I've ever seen her live, I was like, oh my fucking God, fucking amazing, like perfect, which is why she's coming along for all of it.
Yeah, you also put out one song this year, a couple other songs, in previous years. Tell me a little bit about Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic, I read like when I was 19.
You were 19.
We
19, motherfucker. Don't even start me with that shit. Can't believe it. Taking all the credit.
I'm sorry.
From my
We.
I'm accepting.
I'm French now. We wrote when we were 19. And I think the lyrics were very much inspired by a lot of the shit that was happening in the world at the time, around the time of the Black Lives Matter movement as well. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs still to this day, because I think it's the one that means the most to me. For sure.
No, I think that was my entry into your music. Yeah, I was like, ooh, okay. Yeah, this is dope. This is fire. Fan.
Okay.
Now, as the title implies, we're going to get into the nitty gritty of, who you guys are as just people as well, outside the artist perspective. But before we get into the main parts, which I am thoroughly excited to get into, my first question to y'all is, what percentage of yourself do you think people really know about you? Specifically your circle.
I'm a generally anxious person, so I don't really talk a lot until I get to know you. But the people who I am close with, they know fucking everything about me. Definitely 100%.
Okay.
I wasn't very open for a lot of my life, so I've kind of got a lot of things that pretty much most the things that are to do with me or my experience or whatever, I've kept to myself. So like my partner and like a few of my close mates will know like a good bit about me, but I'd still say that it'd only be like maybe 30-40%.
Oh, wow. That's the lowest one we've had so far.
Yeah,
30-40%.
I'm very close person, but yeah.
Okay, so you got to be in the inner circle to get to know you.
Gotta be inside his head to be.
Yeah, facts. And my follow-up question to that is, how much of that percentage do you think you have shared in your music so far?
I don't know, maybe like 50. I think I do have quite a few songs, because I've written a fuck ton of demos, and they're all different things. I use music as a form of therapy, so a lot of them are the most meaningful things and like the most personal and the most telling of myself out of everything. And then some of them are just fucking waffle bullshit. Like, I don't know.
We all got that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think actually, I think like 80%. I'd say 80%.
Okay. So you got a fair bit up.
Well, seeing as with our music or like the Awa Mbaye project, like most of like lyrically wise, mostly what I do in the studio is just helping Awa like vocalize certain parts, or like if I think something can go better, I will like let her know. But like for this project, it's like this is her project. I'm just here to write. I'm here to improve my skills and just like get better. And obviously, like I have such high stakes in this because like I put so much of my time and effort into this project. Yeah, I'd say that like it's a good 80% of what Awa has to say. And I think is until we release all the tracks, it kind of like what we've released, a lot of it, except for Black Girl Magic, is kind of just like not as deep.
I think the next few that we have in the works are the ones that are gonna slowly be the more telling.
I think so as well.
Fair enough. How did you guys get to link up and meet and become best friends?
School. We weren't really all that close in high school. I think it was like most of the end of year 12 we started getting close. And then COVID happened, so then we like when we could like hang out in small groups in houses and stuff, we'd all just go to one house and fuck around with music and just play some shit.
Indeed.
And then we just kind of like, oh shit, this is kind of a vibe. Like this kind of works.
Yeah, nice, cool. So we're gonna get to the main part of this discussion now. We're gonna take it back to primary school. Go with some little show and tell. I got 5 questions for these guys right now, and hopefully they have brought something to show and tell. If not, at least a dope story to go along with it. So let's get into it. So my first question: what is something that represents who you are as a person?
I think, especially for me, being black and like hair is a big thing, and the way my hair looks changes the way I am, changes how I feel, changes kind of like the person I become. And if my hair's shit, I'm shit. Like I'm not having a good day.
Factual.
So I think my hair represents a lot about, like, you can tell a lot of what my mood is like by how my hair looks. You're gonna know everything from just looking at my hair.
Totally.
I feel like that was a really vain answer, but like,
No. I 100% get that, and I'm very much the same. I'm curious to hear what your journey has been with your hair from like say high school. And do you have a favorite style?
Yes, I do actually. My favorite style is when I get my hair braided, and I love getting my hair braided because I'll go over to my cousin's house and she'll braid my hair for me for free.
Fire.
And it's like sitting there for 11-12 hours just chatting shit, and like I feel like you really connect with someone when they're braiding your hair for 12 straight hours.
For sure.
But I didn't really start to like my hair until I was, honestly, probably till recently. I went to schools with mostly white people. Like there was like one other person who wasn't white, so my hair was definitely something that was easy to be picked on. And so I used to just tie it back in like a bun at the bottom of my head, and it looked so ugly. And then I moved to Newtown in year 11, and there were more people who looked like me, who I could relate to. And I started just feeling more confident about my hair, and slowly I learned how to do it. I think it just was the point. It was also, I didn't know how to do my own hair. Like I wasn't really taught how to do my hair. So then once I got into that, and I was like, oh shit, I can style it. I know how I like it. I like it now.
And Jay.
Yeah, well, I was originally gonna say this other thing, but then it was for like a kind of different question. I would say that this probably is like a large part of my personality. It's just the guitar. It's a Telecaster, which is one of my favorite guitars, my favorite shape of guitar. So it also has like sentimental value because so my sister was like my biggest inspiration growing up, because she was like playing music from when she was so young, and I was 3-4 years younger than her, so I was always looking up to her. And she's done really well in music, and she recently took a hiatus, which was very sad for me because I was like, they'd opened for like all these massive bands and done all this like really cool stuff, and then some stuff happened, and she decided to take a break for her own mental health and stuff like that.
For sure.
And then during that time, she sold me that guitar because she was like, and that was the guitar she played at like all the big gigs. I asked to buy it off her because I was like, oh, let's keep it in the family as like a memento, just in case you get famous.
Pass down.
Like hella money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, guitar, but just like all my musical instruments, piano, all the things, they all mean a lot to me. Yeah.
Dope.
So,
yeah, nice. Only guitar, piano, anything else?
Oh, I don't want to like list all.
No,
of them, but like
he plays all the fucking
go.
instruments.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave any for the rest of us. It's fucking rude.
a few things.
Yeah.
Oof. You got a Swiss Army knife there.
Yeah. I'm gonna start referring to you as
oh my
Swiss
god,
Army
that's
knife.
okay. I'll allow it.
Nice. And I'm curious, what's your background as well?
I'm half Balinese and half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So got some Asian in me,
Yeah, nice. Okay, dope. All right, question 2. What is the last sentimental gift you received from someone?
My keyboard. Look at this.
Ah, nice.
My mum got it for me for my birthday 5 years ago now. And that was the thing that probably started getting me into writing. Like before that, was always doing singing, but I never really sat down and wrote music. But I would always just come home from school and immediately get on the keyboard, start like bashing around like random keys and just making up stuff while my mom's just sitting in the lounge room next to me, like, oh, that's pretty. Keep going. I'm like,
you're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie. But yeah, I feel like that was really lovely. And my mom has always been someone who supported my music a lot. So she, yeah, I don't know. It was a lovely gift, and I still have it, and I still cherish her. I don't play her as much anymore because I have the Swiss Army knife over here, but yeah, it started everything.
Yeah, nice. Are you a multi-instrumentalist too, or what do you also play?
Fuck no. I can't actually play any instruments. I can play basic chords on piano, which is good enough for writing songs. It's not great for like, I can't play on stage. I can't multitask well enough to be able to sing and play piano in front of an audience with a bunch of pressure on me. But piano's, I also have a guitar. Like, I have instruments, I just don't know how to play them, which is so fucking dumb. He's been trying to teach me guitar for like 4 years since we met, but we've just gotten around to it. So.
What about you, Jay?
Probably the surfboard that my dad got me for my 21st birthday. Because I was like really into surfing when I was younger, then didn't do it for a while, and then got back into it in high school, and then like been on and off. But then like there was like 3 months where I got like pretty like mentally ill, and I started surfing like all the time because I was just like finding coping mechanisms for it, and I found that like surfing was the thing for me that like always got me out of it, you know, being out there. And so my dad, for my 21st birthday, because I've been going like nearly every day for 3 months with this like dingy ass board that wasn't my size, way too small for me. Like, it was so hard to ride, but like I got used to it. And then he bought me this beautiful board. It's at my mate's at the moment because I left it there. But after that, I just improved so much, and it was a very sentimental gift because like me and my dad used to go surfing together, and we still do sometimes, but like we got different schedules, so it's a bit hard. But yeah, the board.
Dope. If you could summarize the feeling you get when you go surfing, what would that word be? One
word's kind of hard, but I just say like endorphins, so many, like serotonin, you know. So every like good feeling you can get, I'll get that when I'm out there. Like, nice. It's the best, yeah.
Dope. My only experience with surfing is from school camp, and
no, I can't even stand up straight on flat ground.
You can't even swim, motherfucker.
Yeah, I can barely swim. I can swim, just not
we're not perpetuating stereotypes here.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Oh, don't kill me.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not trying to balance on a board in the middle of the ocean.
No, that's fair. I'll teach you someday when you're older.
Yeah, when you're all grown up.
You'll get there.
Jay will be on the side. You're doing great, sweetie.
No, he'll be
Say hi to mom.
He'll be filming, waiting for me to just like wipe out.
Yeah. 100%.
Screaming and laughing at me from the other side.
It up on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. What is the first most important piece of equipment that you either bought or received?
I can say this.
Yeah, double
also, the mic came first. I got the mic and I didn't use it that much because I don't know how to produce very well, and I definitely didn't back then. But I think it came in handy a lot later in life when I was because we would do sessions with Bobby, our producer and manager, and it was during COVID over Zoom, and so the mic was what I used to be able to still write music during the time when I was only being able to be in my room. That definitely saved me from that hellish experience, because at least I could still get everything that was on my head out, and I could have a way of like listening back to it and like kind of what's the word?
I love that word. That one's sick.
It was a good way to be able to like look over everything and just kind of see how my feeling. Yes, that's how my feelings are going and shit. But yeah.
Nice. What's the mic?
It is a Rode
NT2A?
Yes, I think so.
Is it this?
It is that one. That is the one. She's solid.
Yeah.
I remember when I got it because it was secondhand. It smelled like ciggies, and back then I didn't smoke. I smoke ciggies now, but back then I didn't smoke. So I was like, oh my God, that is disgusting. And I sprayed it with perfume. And I feel like I definitely fucked it up by doing that, but you know,
Hey, look,
she'll be right.
I'd say this one's a bit weird because it was like there from when I was a kid, but it would be the stand-up grand piano that we have downstairs. And like we got it when my sister started playing, which I started playing at the same time. But she was like a few years older than me. We still have it downstairs today. You know, we've tuned it a million times. Like it was the thing that originally got me into music. Like I started playing that when I was probably, 3 or 4 years old. There's videos of me as a little kid just like slapping the keys, but then like I learned how to play it, and yeah, it would either be that, but since it wasn't really like a gift, it was just there for the family. I would say the next thing would be this like really small acoustic guitar that I have that my dad got me when I was 4 or 5 years old, because my fingers were so small and I would always try to play his guitar, which was like a nylon string or steel string. And I couldn't play it because it was too hard. And so we got me this really cute, and I still have it today. It's like a ukulele, but it's a guitar. It's like a little bit big. So that definitely helped with that when I was younger.
Kind of reminds me of, have you guys watched Back to the Future?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, like the first scene in Back to the Future when Marty McFly comes in with the
and the massive speaker.
Yeah, the massive speaker.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. What is an object from or that represents one of your favorite gigs or sessions?
I feel like the best times we've ever had on stage is when we're goofing the fuck around. Like us in the band will just be fucking weird and shit, and we have a running thing where we try and see who can keep the sunglasses on for the longest while playing.
The way you guys both put that on was so smooth. Wait, sorry, I just had to mention that. Continue.
What can I say? We just smooth like that.
Yeah, you rehearsed that.
We did not even rehearse that.
All right, when the 4th question happens, we're gonna put the sunglasses on at the same time. I'm joking. Continue.
Yeah, last time when we did a gig at the MCA, it was Luca, one of the other guitarists, who kept it on through the entire set, and still don't know how he did that, because Joe had to, like, our bass had to take him off because he was like, I couldn't see the fucking strings. Yeah. I tried so bad, but I was gonna fuck up. So Luca gets the round of applause for keeping him on.
That sounds like that's a fun tradition, and again, something that makes you guys hopefully stand out in this thing. That's like, oh yeah, these guys don't take themselves too seriously. And Jay,
a big item is, for me at least, is alcohol.
Okay.
Because I find that, and I brought a flask here, which is something I bring to many of our gigs. It says, let's get bitches. Nice. And it is very meaningful for me, fits in the back pocket very well. But for me personally, I used to be very shy getting up on stage. When we first started playing, we played in a band called Until Further Notice. And like me and Awa would also do like shows here and there, and I'd like do backup vocals for her or whatever, and it would be calm. I remember when we first started doing shows in front of like people, I was playing drums in this band, and I would be so nervous before getting up on stage. So I would have to get like plastered to like, the thing is, like, for me, like, I have a really heavy tolerance, so I wouldn't be like that munted. Like, I'd be fine.
There was one.
There were plenty, but no, the thing is, none of them are like throw up nights. None of them are like, none of these nights I had hungovers. None of them I didn't remember. Like even when I get like really drunk, like I will remember everything. There was like, but anyway, yeah, I'd have to drink because I get really nervous. And I remember the first one we did, and I hadn't drank that much. And I remember I just like panicked and felt really awkward. But then every time I ended up like drinking, I'd have a really good time and just be able to enjoy myself, as well as like, fuck around on stage and not have to like think about the pressure. And then like now it's fine. Now I don't have to drink anything and it'll be fine. But I like to drink because it makes me more fun on stage. So it's like, if I drink, I know it'll be more fun for the crowd and more fun for like everyone, rather than like if I'm just sober and up there like all boring. It's like, I don't know, there's a vibe for it. And like when we're doing bigger shows, like I will drink every single time because I just like, even if it's not a lot, it just makes me feel good. And this makes me sound like an alcoholic. I swear I'm not.
Nah, it's just for those occasions and that occasions only.
Yeah. Exactly. We don't drink every other day.
No, we don't.
No, what
So
you
I've
guys
never
do?
drunk in my life. I've never.
But when you work in a pub, you know, you kind of have to. It's
Okay,
part of the
yeah.
lifestyle.
No, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I
What's
really-
the drink of choice?
I've been on this drink called they're OK Seltzers, OK Cantina. They
Okay.
have a place in the city and they're just good. They're only there's like a what's called a bottle and it's only one standard in each, so it's really easy to keep track before you're
Mm,
drinking. And then my second one is tequila, and that's all I'll say.
oof. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Mine changed between if I'm playing a show or if I'm just drinking because I like drinking. When I usually drink like a tequila lime soda, I'm a tequila bitch. I love tequila.
Okay,
I will
also
drink that
dangerous.
all night. No, yeah, oh yeah, very dangerous. But before shows, it's usually double jammer on the rocks
Yeah.
because
Okay.
whiskey is good for your throat. I do enjoy. I also am partial to a hot toddy because that
Okay.
shit is amazing.
Mm.
That it's basically a tea, a ginger and lemon tea with
Mhm.
Jameson in it, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
All right, number 5. What is something that represents your dreams and aspirations in your field?
This guy. He's the person I want to do music with for the rest of my life. He's the reason that we make good music. We make good music when we're together.
Mm.
And
Gotcha.
with Bobby as well, I think us three are like a really close little family.
Mm,
Who, like my name might be on the front of it, but it's not just my music. It's our music.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't sound the same without any one of us. And it really is kind of just, you know, something that we can all do together.
Yeah.
And it's
Nice.
great. And yeah.
Love that.
Believe it, I was gonna say the same thing actually.
Oh,
Because yeah, I've been part of other projects and stuff, and like those people would have been the people at that time as well. But
Mhm.
the constant since I got really into music and since I wanted to make like as much of a career out of music as possible was with Awa. And like since the first day, I was like, oh, this is like the person I want to be doing music with. This is like, you know, best friend, blah blah blah, and like love doing this with her and love writing and love progressing as like people as well. Because like we've been friends for like almost 5 years, and
Mhm.
it's crazy to see like mental and like physical transitions with her, especially because like we were both very different people in high school.
Yeah.
And even last year, even, you know, a few months ago, like everyone, but like seeing all the progressions is like really cool. And I think that like every time I look at Awa, I'm like, I just see our future together with music and just like as friends and whatever. And it's always, yeah, very nice to have that kind of thought going on.
Yeah,
know?
plus he gets on my back about shit, so it helps.
Yeah.
I need someone to keep me in line,
yeah.
and that's him. So it's good. It works. Because otherwise I wouldn't be doing fucking
Yeah.
shit. Like I would have all the things in my head, but I would never get to it.
Awa
He
has
makes
too
me-
many yes man friends. And I'm the one that's just like, no, fuck you.
You're an
Tighten it
idiot.
up.
I love you.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. No cap.
Nah, that's dope. And I love that. I love that. You know, it's always great when you find that person, like especially in a creative sense. It's like, nah, we're on the same page. We know exactly where the hell we're going.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no one else I would hit up first to be like, all right, let's work on this next joint. Let's work on the next banger.
Absolutely.
What is the ultimate goal of y'all? If you can think of one, like the shoot for the stars goal.
I want to support Joy Crooks or TK or Janelle
Oh,
Monáe. Janelle Monáe would be like I feel like that's something that would make my heart just go, oh my God. I think I'd die. I think I'd have a panic attack on stage and just not be able to go through with it. But I want to be asked, you know? Like, that'd be cool.
Totally. I have like a few, but I think the one that's always been the most prominent, like obviously I want to like play for artists or like opening for other artists, but the biggest one is I've always wanted to play a gig at Radio City Music Hall in New York because it is like one of the best venues in the world. It is like world renowned for all these things. It is like the place. Like there's obviously like way bigger venues and like whatever, but that venue is just like is the best. And for me, it's like at the top of my list, like number one. I don't care about stadiums, none of that. Radio City Music Hall, that's all I want.
Yeah, nice. Have you traveled there?
I have not. I want to do New York at the end of next year.
Nice.
So, and just like see America, LA, you know, all the things. Because America's like the one place I haven't, or America and like Africa and like South America and all that. I haven't been anywhere around there. So that's all next year.
Yeah. No,
I've just never left the country, so I just want to go anywhere. Anywhere.
I forget. Oh my
Yeah,
God. That's
it's
wild.
rough.
Couple more questions. What is a personal moment that stands out to you that has impacted your music in a certain way?
I think just us fucking around during lockdown with and just writing music, jamming and shit. That really started the performance and the music writing thing. That was when we first realized we melded as a group of people who could create music together. And I think that moment started everything.
I heard the question like a bit of a different way. And I feel like music wise, all the things that have like impacted like the music especially have been like relationship changes with both of us, but mainly Awa, like with like friendship, but as well as like partners and whatever. Whenever there is any serious change of like relationship dynamic, we make some bangers every single time. There'll be like 3 or 4 tracks that we'll make after a serious like life event. That will always be.
I'm glad my trauma can be put to
yeah,
some
you're
kind
the one
of
writing the lyrics. Yeah, facts. It's gotta.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. I feel like if I'm too happy, my music, I can't write when I'm happy, and that's fucked. Like that is not good for
That's why we haven't written in the past fucking
yeah.
Like, 2
no,
months.
that's because I've been busy. But
Dizzy. Sick of this
Is
shit.
there not to get too deep into the business, but is there a specific moment of that in regards to what you just said there that like really stands out?
I was gonna say Vic era. I'm not gonna say
Oh,
like name,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say like call them
yeah,
out,
yeah.
but
yeah, I think when I was like 19, those
that
early
was like
stages,
a big thing.
that was a big thing.
That was a like 30-40 tracks there for sure.
Yeah.
Like maybe not that many, but like at least 20.
Boys being fuckwits.
Yes, the worst.
Yeah.
Guys are the worst.
Yes.
Yeah. Factual.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that's what you were gonna say,
No,
but
no,
I just
I
thought that
I feel like that's correct. You know me better than I know myself.
Cool. Well, we've come to the end. Thank you so much, guys, for being on. Before we close it out, I'm gonna roll out the red carpet. What is what's happened? What's coming up?
We have Paranoia. It's a new track that's going to be coming out on the 10th of November. We have the show at Wayward's 2nd of November next year. We're just planning on doing some more live music.
Yeah.
And
also a lot of new content on all of our social media platforms.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything. You're going to see a lot more postage within the next few months / next year, hopefully, if we get our shit together.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to it. What are the socials? Where can people find you at?
Instagram is Awa Mbaye Music, which you spell AWAMBAYE, and you know how to spell music. But yeah, check out Spotify, do other things.
That is how you spell your name. Damn, crazy.
We have known each other for 5 years and you don't know how to spell my fucking name.
No, I thought for some reason, no. When you said AYE, for some reason I was like, oh, isn't it MB? What? I don't know. But then I thought about it and I was like, nah, I'm tripping. No, don't even worry about me. My socials are Jatayu, just Jatayu Mudana, which is JATAYU MEDANA. I got 2 on Instagram. One of them's more of like my main, and then I got my like proper music one, but I haven't really listened too much on that. And then same as TikTok, Jatayu-M, same as everything else. Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah, so yeah, nice. Thank you.
Dope. Well, again, thank you guys so much for being on. I've been Ruu, okay, the Culture Black Kid. This has been Ruu's Room. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Woo!